Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design. This video is going to be a little different because I started a video to do number 10, which is decollage. I don't know how he pronounces this, but it's layering pieces of paper, and then before the glue sets, begin tearing away the top layers to reveal the imagery underneath. This is examples. This one is the before, and then that's after he removed layers. So I started it, and I put on, a bottom layer of stuff. Then I put on a top layer, and I let it set for a little bit. I was just using my Aleene's and a glue stick, and it was just peeling right off. It wasn't tearing. It's like, okay, well, it's either the glue stick or I didn't let it sit long enough. Or both. So I glued on other things and did the Aleene's, let it sit for a while. I mean, not, an hour or anything, but I don't know. I gave it 10 minutes, more or less, probably more. Came back, worked a little bit, then it pulled the entire bottom layer off. It's just, I don't know. It's the glue, it's me, it's the paper, this is all magazine paper. I don't know. So anyway, I decided it was a failure. It happens. I don't want to try it again. So I'm going to move on to the next one, which is use numbers. Make a collage that focuses on numbers, either spelled out or in numeric form. There's his. So I thought, though, in lieu of just trashing these, I'm going to use these and make them into the number collages. So I pulled, this was off 101 sweater cover, and I kind of like it because there's actually tape on it. The cover had been taped. It had come off at one point, and somebody scotch taped it on, back on, I mean. So I kind of like that. I guess I'll get rid of the print, or letters, I mean. So I'm going to see if I can't incorporate this somehow. And, if some of this peeled stuff shows, that's okay. I mean, I will hopefully incorporate it to look cool. But, so anyway, that's what we're doing. And then this one, because of these colors, I found a bunch of this exact same 100. So I don't know if I could line it up. I don't know. Something like that. So anyway, I definitely need something in this area. I think I want to cover this dark here. I don't know. But let's see. Okay, have you ever done the decollage thing where you pull stuff off? What was your experience? It was great. You didn't have success either. Yeah, I would like to know, though, is it my paper, my glue, or I didn't let it sit long enough? Or I suppose it could be all three of those things, too, right? Oh well, life goes on. Now, what about this color up here? My mom used to say once in a while something like that, like you tried something and, you didn't like it or whatever, it didn't work out. She'd say, well, now you know. Okay, now we know, or I know. And right now everyone else is going, oh, I do that all the time. I know what your problem is. I spy a Woodstock poster. You see that? this one too, maybe I could get away with a big flower or something like that. I didn't pull those out yet. And it's getting late, but I had to redeem myself after that thing. So, well, I'll go ahead and try the next thing. To be honest, I don't know that that's a technique, even if it had worked really well, if I would do much of anyway. I don't know, to make journaling cards and that kind of stuff, if that's really a technique that people want. Not so much blue stuff again. Yeah, what's blue? I had trouble with that in the color collages. I could do text, couldn't I? I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I could piece that in. Get back here. All right, let me grab a seed catalog. What are you? Oh, here's that rose one. Mostly roses, I guess. What about this one right here? Well, I don't want to cut the other side. Dang it, stop it. That's pretty. So pretty. They're so pretty, I don't want to cut them up. They smell good too. Well, actually, that's a pretty good one. All right, you know what? I'll pause and fussy cut this and maybe glue some of this stuff down, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I think this one is done. This, I can live with this now. And this torn stuff there, I even think that's kind of cool. Okay, so there's that. This one is okay, but this is awfully a big nothingness there. So I kind of thought, because of these two half circles there, I cut out a tissue paper circle with my, I drew around the cap there. And something, or cutting it, because these technically are halves there. All right, let's cut it and see what happens. It's not like I can't get another tissue paper circle. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's glue that in and then see what we think. Yeah, actually, I like that quite a bit. Maybe a little bit up there. Okay. Can't let half a tissue paper circle go to waste, right? No. Oh, all's right with the world. My glue stick just fell over. Okay. Now these two papers down here, I thought this text was just, it's too white technically because of this aging, and this is really more of a gray. So I put some paper over it, and I thought, okay, let's try to peel it off and see what happens, like with one more shot. And hopefully it'll kind of tear some of that. And if it's a complete bust, I'll just put more paper over it and call it a night. Well, this is more stuck. And I don't know why. I mean, I did it the same way as the other one. All right, I tore some of the paper below it. Now this is architectural digest paper. Does that make a difference? No, because it just peeled right off. Alright, I think we need something. It's back to looking too white down there. I'm going to find a little blue, a little something. I don't really have much blue washi. What about this? Yeah, that would be okay. Do we want it plain? Or this little bit of like a browny purple color in here? You know what I should do? Why do I always laugh? Diane, shut up. I should find a blue and do like a half circle under those. Would that be something? Or is it going to make it look, you know, like a total a circle? And I don't really want that. Just a minute. Bear with me. I'm not having a good craft session today. Yeah, I said it was getting late, but I just could not. There's no possible way I could go to bed with that big failure on my head. Oh, you know what? Why am I doing this? I got an... Duh. I didn't, you can't really use it on tissue paper. So that's why I didn't do that before. But I could certainly use it on paper. Alright. Oh. Of course, that's not a straight line there. It's interesting. Well, what's your vote? That almost makes, for some reason, it makes it look like a smiley face or something. I don't know. Is it throwing it off, or is it helping? Or does it need to be taller? I think that's better. Alright, I'm going to put that in. So we want this one somewhere. Well, alright, if stuff keeps, sticking to you, does that mean it's time to quit? Alright, I'll do that, and then I think we're done. I don't know, we'll give it one last look. Alright, I don't think I need these. Get out of the way. Let me hold it up. It's okay, yeah. Alright, these look, you gotta admit, these look a lot better than when I started, at least. So, okay, we kind of combined two prompts today. So it was the utter failure of decollage with the addition of numbers. So there you go. Yeah, I like these. I wish they hadn't been, for the reason why they came about, but they're nice. And for any, buddy that's really trying to do this and following along, yes, I skipped a bunch. Image pairings, cut an image in half and pair it with other images. Strips, reassemble, cut squares and reassemble it in a different order. And then squares and rectangles. So there you go. Those just didn't particularly float my boat, and I think I should have skipped over that one too. All right. What's the next one? Typography. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one or not. All right. We'll see, folks. All right. Well, thanks. And, you know, it just goes to show not everything works out great. Sometimes you have to take kind of a failure and, you know, readjust. Okay. Well, have a nice day out there.